Sophie has been open about her horrific injury following a freak accident. In 2018, Sophie was involved in a terrifying event when she had flames blow into her face during a performance in Chicago. The author and motivational speaker spoke about what happened during the first episode of the show. Speaking to Harry on the show, she said, "I've only had one boyfriend. When I was 22 I was in a fire accident. It made me the woman that I am. It made me learn so much about life and interactions with people and how to be better. I believe to date people, you also need to be in a good place in yourself. That's why in my early 20s, I think I wasn't ready to date because I didn't feel good in myself. I had a lot of self-work to do, I had a lot of building my own confidence." Sophie recalled how she had been engulfed in flames after an aircon unit blew a fireball back into her face and chest mid-performance. She said she had blacked out for a little bit and she was in terrible pain. The aircon was too strong, so when I blew the fire out, it blew back to me. It set me on fire. I just remember being in so much pain, I blacked out for a little bit. As soon as I got into the ambulance, I was in bits, she previously said. She had explained how she spent a month in intensive care in the United States, where she had machines to help her as she could no longer breathe on her own, eat, or even see properly. "That was a scary, scary time. On day 2, I looked in the mirror and just cried," she said. Sophie had a facial tumor that was caused by the burns, which was operated on. She explained how keloid scars began growing on her chin and her face. She said, "They developed 2 months after the accident and they will be with me for life. It's just a case of taming and getting it flattening with steroid injections or laser. At first the keloids knocked my confidence because I didn't know what it was. Up until then the scar was just flat. I thought, great, my skin's healed itself, it's going to be okay, and then all of a sudden the skin started raising, it kept growing and growing." Sophie has learned to accept herself and urges people to ask rather than stare about what happened. "I just have to accept myself for me. I think sometimes people stare because they don't know how to ask. It's not intentionally rude, I think they're just curious and don't know what to say," she said of her feelings towards her scarring. "I never mind if people ask about my scars, then I can educate more people about what happened.